I'm writing notes on it.
Oh, single people, you have a choice department. Did you know that? Whether you're female or male, to be in a relationship for life or not, it's all up to you. Nowadays, it appears that people are not getting married as fast as they formerly did, regardless of age. Although my granddaddy got married for the third time at 63. Phone call. The author, Dr. Scott, said, you have the ability to attract your beloved and cause the relationship you desire to happen. How many of us really believe that? Some of us think we have to be skinny, cute, famous, educated, or rich.
Well, 1 out of 2 is there.
Okay. What's that?
1 out of the bunch.
Okay. The media would have us to believe those things. Those things are about the outer appearance and not the spiritual quality. We all know what most people in society tell us single people daily. What to say? When are you going to get married? When I find somebody first. That's what I say. Anyway,
I'm already
then society leads single people to think that there is no one. Am I right? Not unless, and that we cannot live alone and be happy unless we're connected to someone. Okay. Often people think that they are no one if they are single and not attached to anyone. I'm not talking about new daughters, okay? We all are single or married, made in the image of the Most High God, and that partnership should actually be first. The second partnership should actually be with ourselves, and not another person. Once we understand those two, then we can draw who we need to be with and keep on. Do you know how to desire a partnership? Raise your hand. If you understand the concept. Okay. As single people, we must stop our negative speaking.
Yes.
There's no one in the world for me, girl.
Come on.
There's no one. I mean, these men, these women, whatever. That's what we say. I said it. I cannot afford it. I don't say it no more. Truth set me free. Then, if you have those negative thought patterns, then it will not be. And what is that process called? The law of what? Attraction. Like attracts like. If you desire an authentic life partner, then where does this authentic love start first?
Right here.
It begins in the consciousness of cause and effect. Yes. Your desires are not your mother's, or your father, or your kids, or your sisters, or your brothers, or your ministers. Those are your desires. It's all yours. Take personal responsibility for what you want. If you've read the book, you can do this from the public library. If you've read the book, then you really know how to create love. And if you haven't, I'm going to give you some directions. Is that okay? The author says we must use our imagination, intention, and deployment. Isn't that an interesting concept? Deployment. My son's in the Army, so I know what that means. And what's the word? Imagination, intention, and deployment. Go figure. When you were a child, waiting for Christmas gifts, you were hoping, wishing, and setting intentions and praying that Santa Claus would be so ever nice to bring you gifts and presents. Now, create a partnership list. You got your pen and paper? Make a partnership list. And use your imagination of what you want to create, what you want. What does a partnership look like for you? Examine that concept. Sit with it in prayer and meditation. Use your imagination. List what you want in a partner. Dr. Scott says, in the love arena, partnership occurs when two people come together to create a new reality. They move toward a physical, emotional, mental, spiritual connection. They become we instead of I. I don't know how many single people out there realize that. Have you ever dated someone for over 6 months when they were still I? Not we. Oh, you have? See what, so you might want to look at that and realize that that might not be a good partnership. Set your intentions. That's me. Set your intentions. The word intentions means to have a purpose in mind. Plan to do something. If you have a friend that you know that wants to attract someone and she stays in the house constantly, or he doesn't want to go anywhere, how are they going to meet anyone? I know we can go to the internet. Okay, we got that. Okay, we can do phone things. Okay, we got that. But we need to have an open heart, and an open spirit, open mind, and open soul. So we might need to fix ourselves up and go somewhere. Grocery store, church, anywhere. Get out of the house. We're not all going to come knocking on the door. Has anybody knocked on the door and asked you for a date? I've been imagining that, but it hasn't happened yet. I really didn't put my mind to it, but that person has not showed up at my front door. Carol, would you like to go to the movies? I usually meet people when I'm out and about, either when I'm busy or not busy. You know what I mean? Good women. Last, the author lists deployment. I had to go to the dictionary for this one. The word means to organize, pool resources, readiness, take up position. Do I need to repeat that? The word deployment means organize, pool resources, readiness, take up position. After you weigh the pros and cons of partnering, one must start mentally and emotionally and spiritually thinking about how to use their future resources in order to draw a mate to them. Are you ready to share your money? Are you ready to share your sacred space, time, and resources with another person? Do you want the security of having someone around you daily? Or how do you see yourself partnering? Once you're thinking about the commitment to another person, take the time and have that talk with them and see if you're on the same page. Do you like giving attention to a mother who is sick? Can you communicate with that person, or do you like silence? Those are some of the things you need to examine. Put a plan in place like you do anything else. Relationships is no different. Then, you want to make a list. Example, someone who is Christ-like and lives that concept daily. 2, a wish list. Use your imagination. How tall, how you want them, and what you want to do, where you want to go. See yourself doing those. I set a table for 2 with wine glasses and flowers at my table because I'm waiting for my beloved to show up. How about you? That's what I do. There's nobody there in my house for me, but there is a space waiting for my beloved. Okay? Knockout punches. Is it someone who can communicate openly? Create your vision. Without a vision, what? People perish. Are we getting somewhere today? Where would you live? How about the lifestyle? Life path. Children or not? Nowadays, people are choosing not to have kids. And if you're over a certain age, you want to just get married, but it's not because you have kids. You want kids. Often, people are stuck in the past, the gloomy past that we just learned about. They have a fear of being hurt. And so that some people seek therapy instead of seeking a metaphysical therapist. And maybe there's a concept that you don't understand, the underlying concept that you may see your minister about. And you can move past that instead of saying, I have a fear of getting hurt, I have a fear of this, I have a fear of that. Maybe you need to see a metaphysics counselor to get some of those things worked out. This is from my book. Let go of your fear, doubt, and worry. You say, how, Carol? Turn it over to God. Amen. Then, with faith, tap into the universal resources. Set your intentions. Set your intentions of what you want. Meditate and see yourself with your beloved, walking, shopping. Put a plan in place. Can you follow God's prompting after you put a plan in place? Can you follow God's prompting when you put a plan in place?